Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Garden of Sports. I'm your co-host Jake Gardner, alongside my brother Zach.
What is up, everybody?
And we also have Kyle Forsythe here again.
I'm back again.
Guess who's back?
And
Back again.
we are doing a expert 14-team head-to-head points PPR mock. Yeah, a mouthful. And yeah, you can see Zach's screen here. We're showing the ESPN rankings, so next draft we'll do some kind of different fantasy format and go off of their rankings and vice versa, and give you guys our advice as we go through on each player.
Yes. And
So,
yeah, just in case if you don't happen to see it, we are doing a 14-team head-to-head points PPR mock draft. So this will be points per reception. So full points.
yes. And your video's all good, Zach?
Seems to be working. Everything's recording.
Nice. What software are you running?
It is, what is it? Cyberlink. So.
Okay, cool.
And it is going. I'm going for
Team Maker 3.0.
It says
Nice.
it's going for a minute. So
Nice.
hopefully this will work and we're not wasting our time.
Nah, practice anyway. Draft starting in 1 minute and 15
Yeah,
seconds.
so Zach, you're
All
the
right.
first pick out of the
Yes.
three of us. Zach's pick 4, I'm pick 9, Kyle is pick 13.
Correct.
Picks 1 through 3 are set to auto right now, but I assume those guys are gonna still join.
I think it's, they just have to join in the room. Maybe they're just not by the computer. Otherwise, that's going to suck.
Yeah, we were hoping, it looked like it filled up with real people, so we're hoping that still happens. You can see
Yes.
actual competition in a draft.
For sure.
So I'm hoping that I can get Jonathan Taylor, but probably not.
Not if they're set to auto, dude. That's going to be the first one off the board.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing too is like with these practice ones is that if you have like actual people in it versus a computer, the computer's just going to take who the experts and stuff are saying. With real people, then you have no idea who they're going to take. They might like one person over somebody else simply because of the team they play, how they did the previous year. They might not follow the rankings, and honestly, you never know how people are gonna react. So we'll see. There's still a lot of people on auto in this draft, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just a practice. Here we go.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Are we gonna say like who? Because they all went really quick. Are we gonna say like who was picked or no?
Oh, they can see my screen, so I'm hoping
Yeah.
about that.
Jonathan
Were they able
Taylor,
to see that?
McCaffrey Cup.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's just because I don't have it on full screen. That's why.
So I'm gonna go Austin Eckler here because he gets some receptions too. So I like him a lot for this season in a PPR league.
I think that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Kyle was telling me maybe to even look at 1.
I think 1 or 2. I don't know. I'm really high on Eckler and I'm high on the Chargers this year.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good last year.
If Eckler wasn't there, I was gonna go Alvin Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zach took Eckler. If Henry falls to me, I'm going for him.
I'm surprised Henry's fallen this far.
Well, it's a PPR league, so
people are worried about his foot.
I guess. Well, never mind. There he goes.
And yeah, he's falling. He's falling in general because people are worried about his foot injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Adams, that's a good one.
Adams. Okay, interesting one to take.
All right. So I know Zach's high on Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
I was more high on Harris. And I think the safest pick is Cook. So I'm going to go Cook.
Sounds good. I don't think that's necessarily a bad pick either.
Oh, thanks, Kyle.
Honestly, Cook has been proven, and you have a solid offense. So that actually is probably going to get better, honestly, this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea to pick him. All right, I'm on the clock. So top players, Deebo Samuel, who is questionable. Why is he questionable? What happened?
I am not sure.
I was
Maybe a
just
little.
looking.
Maybe it's a
Mason
little
Son started
something.
doing a bruise behind his knee. He likely won't practice this week. Should be ready though for the season opener in Chicago.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Whoop her
Um.
ass.
Still, I'm always like one of those guys that likes to. Whoa! What the fuck? What? Oh my god! Is that on a thing? It auto picked for me.
Oh no.
All right. Well, I took Samuel, I guess. Shit.
Oh, did
Okay.
you run out of time?
I must have.
It's only 30-second picks.
Oh, I didn't. I thought it was. I thought it was 2 minutes, like we have it set. Okay, I know
Yeah.
that. All right.
So who are
I think
Honestly,
you?
that's
I would have picked Mixon because I'm one of those guys that I normally like to pick my running back, even though we're doing PPR.
Mm-hmm.
mhm. You're back up.
Here we go. So, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Leonard Fournette, James Conner. I don't really have a running back for a while there. I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb, especially in a full PPR league. He's going to get a lot of receptions. We know that the Cowboys like to throw that ball a lot, and CD is honestly projected to be like the number one wide receiver for Dallas this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, gets obviously gets plenty of receptions. I think that that's a good pick, even though I don't have a running
Mhm.
back and I'm not on for another while, so that worries me. But it's okay.
Yep. I Gosh, I really don't believe I knew this. Leonard fell to me. I don't know how I feel about Connor. How do you guys feel about Javonte Williams?
Out of all the guys that I'm looking at running backs right now on your for you, Jake, I
Aaron
like Aaron
Jones.
Jones the
Yep.
most. Yeah.
I'm a little worried about him, but it's still, I think, going to be used a lot, so I'm going to go Aaron Jones. Yeah.
And Leonard Fournette too is interesting. Ooh, there's Saquon. I was hoping he would fall to me, but no.
Hmm.
All right, so let me see. I'm hoping my absolute machine lasts. I'm looking at Mike Evans, but we'll see what this finale is going to do.
Hmm.
It's crazy that Chubb's still available, but I guess with the news that Kareem Hunt wasn't leaving the team and they said he's absolutely not being traded, I guess maybe that's just why he fell. Maybe in these rankings, at least on here. It's just surprising
Mm-hmm.
me that he's still on the table.
Right. So I'm going to take my wide receiver now. I'm going to go Mike Evans. So just going to lock him in, hoping that he continues the touchdowns because he's an absolute machine. Could have went Chubb there too, but I'm going to see if he lasts for my turnaround.
Hmm.
2 more picks. Come on, Nick Chubb.
You don't like Terry?
Who?
Terry
I don't like who?
McLaurin?
Not really.
Okay.
I like him, but I don't know. Not too excited about Washington this year.
Okay.
I feel like third round is still too early for McLaurin. I don't know. I feel like every one of these other receivers is better than him, but I am going to go running back 2 and get Nick Chubb here.
Cooks? Cooks is better than McLaurin?
Besides maybe, well, Cooks is, yeah. No, McLaurin's better than Cooks. For sure.
Well,
Who are you looking for next, Jake? Who's your next pick? What position?
I feel like I want to take Montgomery, but I'm scared of the new coaching splitting more. And I feel like Zeke's a safe pick, but then I'll have 3 running backs. But then I'd be
And
set
then
at running back.
True.
an interesting one is J.K. Dobbins. He missed all last year with an ACL. He was going to be
I
like
know.
the big number 1 back.
Yeah, he could be good this year. It's just a question mark.
Yeah.
Might see some quarterbacks start going. Who are
So
you
Jake-
thinking, Kyle,
Jake went with
next?
Zeke.
Looking at running backs, I need a running back. I got my 2 receivers. So running back, J.K. Dobbins, Brees Hall, Travis Etienne. I don't like Hall. I don't like Brees Hall. I'm either looking at Etienne or Dobbins, and Dobbins is still questionable right now. So,
Miles Sanders is. They have him a little far
I'm
down.
gonna go
but-
Etienne.
okay.
He was a really high draft pick, and obviously last year, just because of his injury, he wasn't on at all. But I feel like that's unfair to try and keep him
he's
trying
gonna
to keep
eat
him
this
down.
year. He's gonna get a ton of work. So
I think so too, especially on this Jaguars team that's really trying to find their identity. I'm really hoping that they're going to try and like put onto him. We'll see.
yeah,
I see. Maybe I can get one more running back. Be set with my running back. So I got my two receivers. I have Deebo Samuel and CeeDee Lamb. I feel like I'm pretty set with those. I feel like those are probably two guys, especially in full PPR.
mm-hmm.
Waiting for this guy to pick. Let's see who he goes with. The main thing is I'm also worried though that by the time it comes back around, that quarterbacks are
Josh
going to be
Allen.
going. Yeah, see, I was worried that quarterbacks were going to start to go soon here.
Well, the big ones. I mean, Josh Allen,
Yeah,
3rd round. He's worth the 3rd round pick because
for sure.
he'll score the most
Um,
points in fantasy.
Who you going, dude?
Go J.K.
ooh,
Dobbins.
man. I'm not gonna lie. I do like Dobbins. Dobbins was really good before he got hurt. So
Pick
I'll give him the.
Dobbins.
I'll go with the worth on it. They get a lot of work in Baltimore.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
You guys are breaking up for me. Are you guys hearing me?
I'm hearing
I
just
hear
fine.
you
Okay.
fine, Jake, and I hear
All right.
everybody fine. So
All right. I'm gonna go a wide receiver. We're super high in this year in Cortland Sutton.
all right, nice
Yeah,
pick.
it's a big one. Big one for sure.
My first wide receiver off the board. And we're super high on him because of the quarterback, obviously, getting thrown to.
Yeah,
It's the best he's had ever. So I kind of expect an uptick. Didn't he have a good year anyway, like before he got hurt 3 years ago, Zach?
yeah, he did.
All right, Zach's up.
He's always been a name. He's always been fantasy relevant, no matter what. He's always been a guy, whether or not he's full starter or just a streamer versus like guy like on the bench. But he's always been fantasy relevant.
So I took a flyer. I'm taking a flyer on Michael Thomas. I do like him for this season.
Okay.
Wait, where was he in the rankings, though? Did you go down far?
He was ranked like right where I was.
In the 60s?
Yeah. And now I'm back on the clock. I'm going to lock in my tight end. I'm going George Kittle here. So
Nice.
Big
and
time.
now I start to look at possibly quarterback. I never usually take a quarterback before like round 6.
Yeah.
Cooper's on Cleveland. How do you guys feel about Amari Cooper this year?
I do like Amari Cooper. I think he's going to be good. He's number 1 receiver. I think no matter who's quarterback, he'll get the ball because he can do any route. He's got good hands. I don't know. I feel like he's still going to be pretty good.
But I was surprised that they did Jacoby Brissett, right? Instead of like the white boy.
Yeah, I'm surprised that. Well, they probably don't have enough left to trade at this point. Traded a shit ton to get.
I'm going one of our sleeper wide receivers we were talking about in our last episode, Allen Robinson.
Okay, like that. I like that.
Could have a big
I think that's a
year.
good pick.
It was
I
high
think
risk,
so.
high reward, but I like it.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
And Kyle, who are you thinking?
Very, very cool.
Very cool.
I was looking around. I think I might try. I don't know. None of the. I think I might wait on a tight end now and see who's still available with wide receivers. Hunter Renfrow, Amari Cooper. Oh, they just took Amari. I'm gonna just do another one. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna take Devontae Smith because I am
Nice.
really high on. I think the Eagles' offense is, especially with Jalen Hurts. I really liked the way that they look, and I really do think that might be a better pick, especially because of the second year. So I think that might be a good one.
Hell yeah. What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of Cordero Patterson this year? Is he worth a pick, or do you think he's a little? You don't know if he'll redo.
I think he's a bust this year. It's gonna be hard. I mean, he's already like 33. He's been a beast for the past couple of years, but it's like, when does that drop off as a running back?
I would
utility
say
guy.
I'd say even only a beast just last year.
Yeah, he was good in the Bears though when we
All
played
right.
him.
Yeah.
Don't hate me, but I'm going out on a limb just a little bit.
Mm.
I'm saying
Oh boy.
he's having a big last year right now.
I think so too. And this might
Get
not even be
out of
his last
here.
year.
No, you didn't hear about the Miami thing? That
No.
Miami owner got in big trouble for talking to Tom Brady for like a 2-year
I did
contract,
hear that. Yeah, I
and
did hear
they
that.
lost draft picks. Yeah,
Yes, they
it's
did.
really Tom could still go there, you know.
Wow.
He could. I don't think he will though. He runs the team right now.
Well, I don't know. Bruce Arians put his like favorite assistant coach in charge. Like he knew that Tom didn't like him and he had to go, but he put his guy in charge.
All
Not
right,
that
Jake,
that
who are you
has
looking
much
at?
pull. So, because of strength of schedule, mm, yep, I'm gonna do it.
You're going
Strength of
Hurts still.
schedule, yep, and the passing and running ability going
Yeah,
Hurts.
that's a good pick.
I'm questioning Murray still.
I was
I
going to
think
be taking him. If Murray
gotcha.
lasts to me 4 picks, I'm going to go Kyler Murray just because I want the rushing points. And I think, I don't know, I feel like there's a chance Kyler Murray takes a step this year.
Mm.
But I think, okay, Kyler Murray went, so I got a backup plan. It's okay, everyone. I know you're
What's the
all
backup plan?
on the edge of
I've
your
got a-
seats.
I've
I
got
know
a
everyone's
backup.
waiting with bated breath for my decision here.
Got a backup plan. We're fine.
Yeah, it's okay. I got a backup
You
plan.
got 10 seconds.
Oh shit! I got 10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really have a backup plan, guys. Help. So I'm gonna go. Just gonna go Damian Harris, New England running back. Even though they
Nice.
split,
Over at
I feel like
Stevenson? Okay.
yeah, because is Stevenson the number one? I thought Damian Harris is still the number one.
I don't know.
I
They're
think
right
it's
next
still
to each
tough.
other.
I don't know what things have been like during the preseason and what. I mean, honestly, who knows what the heck New England's going to do? You know,
Right.
Belichick is so he just does whatever he wants. So who knows?
Wow, Russell Wilson is this low? And oh wow, maybe I'll wait a little longer next draft on the QBs. Joe Burrow, everybody's here.
Yeah,
Wow.
2
All right,
more
who's up
picks.
next? Zach's
Come
up.
on.
Who are you thinking?
I'm hoping for my boy Joe Burrow, but we'll
Okay,
see.
I like it. Why is he questionable?
Don't know. That's a phenomenal question, Jake. Let's see. Appendix. Oh, okay. So he'll be back. I'm up. All right. And there he is. So I was looking at maybe Trey Lance too, but I'm looking at him as like a backup
Yeah,
situation.
agreed.
yeah.
So I'm looking at my boy Joe.
I
Joey
think Trey Lance
since
could definitely have a big year. I definitely wouldn't choose him just right as my starter. I'd definitely
right.
have him as a backup. Even if he goes off, then boom, you place him in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm up. Oh no,
No,
Jake,
I'm
you're on
up.
the clock right now. Who are you going with?
Mm-hmm. I think I have to do it. I'll take a little risk here. Alan Lazard, I think he's going to be used a lot more for Aaron Rodgers because he has to,
Right.
and just he'll get a lot more receptions that way. So
Okay.
it's a good bench receiver for me with upside.
Yes.
True.
But the rookie could totally take over too. So we'll see.
That's true. I don't know.
So
Who are you?
He usually gets the ball separated
I almost
around
did
pretty well.
Ayuk. I like Ayuk too, but
I like Ayuk also. I'm hoping he lasts to me, but that's a while.
Is it the same coach though? Right?
Yeah, it's the same coach.
Because they
It's
they were
still
button
Shanahan.
heads, and he was benching them last year, right?
Yeah, toward the beginning of the season, but then like
So that's just like,
the last half of it, Ayuk played like every game and was good all
yeah,
throughout the
but you
playoffs.
just never know.
He was really good down the stretch.
Yeah.
I'm going with my tight end here, and I'm picking a guy that I think is much improved. And obviously, what I've been watching his preseason and stuff. I think Cole Kmet could have a really big year, so
Yeah.
I'm picking him for my tight end.
Nice.
And then I'm picking then next again soon as well. And I'm going to check to see kind of who's left and where.
Mm-hmm. You're up next. You're going Cordero, huh? So you're not liking Ayuk?
I was just looking at running backs.
Chris
No,
Olave is right there, 122. I know we've talked
that's
about him
true.
as an upside receiver.
For sure. And I'm not gonna lie, he was either him or kind of a Uke that I was looking at. But I was watching a little bit of the Saints game the other day, and Olave did make a couple of really great moves. So I am gonna take Olave there.
I like Olave. That's a good one.
That is a good pick. I think if I scrolled a little farther, I might have taken him over Lazard for more upside, I think.
Yeah. It's also hard because you have 30 seconds. In the normal draft, you have 2 minutes. You're able to scroll a little bit and not have to like rush like we're
Yeah,
doing here. But
I think that's what the expert means. Is we get the less time.
got
And
it.
that's when we
That
pick
makes
that.
sense.
So yeah, that makes more sense. Who am I gonna go? Good question, guys. I'm liking Ayuk. You guys know. I'm also a fan of AJ Dillon to take some time this year.
You're a very big
But
fan.
Ayuk's a starter, so I think I'm gonna take Ayuk off the board.
I think that's safe.
He fell to me. I
Especially-
mean, round 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not bad.
I think for how much use he got last year, I think that's a really good spot to take him.
Mm-hmm. Who's up next here, Zach? Who are you thinking? What do you need to fill?
I'm looking at receiver here, and I like Russell Gage, but he's like the number 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Sky Moore on Kansas City. I don't know.
And you already got your tight end, so you're good there.
Yeah. I also like DJ Chark on Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I like George Pickens, but I'm hoping to maybe get him later.
You got 14
Yeah, so I'm going to
seconds.
take a chance here on Sky Moore, the rookie, seeing if he can fill that Tyreek Hill void or not.
That's true. He is going to get a lot of looks, and it's up
He
to
might
him
at
to
least
catch
be
it.
the number. It's between him and Hardman, I think, for the number 1 right now. So,
Who else are you thinking, Zach?
and then I was looking at maybe doing Raheem Mostert as like another backup running back, just because he can score some touchdowns.
Nice.
But I just don't like this area here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Mostert's just a good
Someone
guy
just
to
took
have.
a defense.
Who took a defense?
Jeez.
Oh, Bills.
Somebody else took a defense. Yeah,
They are ranked. This is the number 1, I believe.
they
across
are.
the board.
They
Yeah,
are
they
the number
are.
1. But we're only in round 9 out of 16, though.
Must be a
I don't
Bills fan.
know. Well, maybe. I mean, you never know. Could be.
All right, you guys got your kickers queued up?
I was about to say who you guys taking for kicking next.
Well, yeah, you know you got to have 2 kickers. You got to have your starting kicker and a bench kicker. So
Absolutely.
you got to have at least 3 defenses.
I think I'm taking the LeGarrette Blunt of this year, Melvin Gordon.
Oh,
Okay.
you.
Roll another blunt.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Man.
I think they're gonna have a lot of great offensive drives, and he'll be the touchdown back. So
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I was literally
Sure, but a welcome one.
I had him queued. You suck. Let's
Damn.
see here.
do you need to fill tight end?
No, I already have my tight end. I'm going with another running back. I'm going to go with J.D. McKissick. He's a guy that normally gets a lot of goal line touches. He's the big back for Washington, and who knows how Washington's necessarily going to be offensively. If he still becomes that goal line guy, he could be really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good pick, Kyle. I like that as a backup running back for sure.
And then I'm up again next, and I think I'm going to try and get another receiver here, just so I can have.
Fields is still available, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I haven't even looked at the quarterbacks. Yeah, Fields is still available. So is Tua. Does anybody want Tua? What about
Zach
Daniel
does.
Jones?
Zach's a big
Daniel
Tua guy.
Jones is ranked above Justin Fields in this app? That's really strange.
That is crazy.
Wait, I don't see him above.
I see that I have mine set for fantasy points that they're going to do, but I'm going to play it safe.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Tyler Boyd, receiver of the Bengals, just because of how high powered that offense is. Just another backup receiver. It's never a bad thing to have. If I need to necessarily get like a backup quarterback, I'll see what's available next round. I'll try and see if I can get my backup. But
Yeah.
there was enough names on that list to where I felt comfortable just going with wide receiver instead. There's still a handful of starters that's still on this list.
Yep, I had to go. I took Fields as my backup QB.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
With the upside, talked about him in the last
sure.
episode as my sleeper.
Yeah.
Really good
doubling
performance.
down here in my mock.
Yeah, I got you.
Putting your mouth where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Your mouth where your
No,
mouth is.
All right, I'm going to take my backup quarterback too. I'm going to go with my sleeper pick with Tua, and he looked pretty decent today in the preseason. So,
It did look a little bit better today. So. However, I was still nervous because they had Tyreek going down the field, and he underthrew Tyreek, and that's going to be like the biggest thing all season for him is that he's got to get the ball over Tyreek so that Tyreek can keep running.
Yeah, that
is
a
Tom Brady elasticity training.
Yes, he's got to talk to the indestructible.
Ooh, your boy
quarterback of the century.
Saki.
F's in the chat for Kyle's boy. He's gone.
Evan McPherson. I know he was my number one in my list. He really is. I think he really is a good kicker. Although I will say, Cleveland's kicker, I hadn't heard of. He's a rookie. I think his last name is York. Super strong. Hit like a 58-yarder, and it was still like, I don't even know how far. Like I don't even know how long it would have been good from, but it was a booming kick. He like hit it straight through the middle of the uprights, and it wasn't even close to being short. So like with that big of a leg, like he honestly might be someone that I look at now and might bring up. I didn't even know anything about him until I watched the game over this weekend.
Yeah. So I went with the Colts defense just to get my defense out of the way.
Gotcha.
And now I'm just kind of going for the rest of the time here. You know, I got my backup quarterback,
I waited.
So now I'm just going best available on the board here.
I'm up. I waited, I think, too long to get a tight end, and I don't have any of our top 10 on our list here. But I'm going to go Noah Fant, because Seattle, he'll just hopefully be the touchdown tight end. But next draft, I'll probably change up the strat. Go ahead, Kyle.
Okay. I still see a few names in here that'd be okay with my backup QB, but I have one that I'm actually like really high on. I can't remember if I had it for my sleeper. I think I did for my QB. I'm going to take Matt Ryan on the Colts as my backup QB.
I think you did. Zach
sure
maybe did.
I think Zach had him ranked, and then I had him as a sleeper, or
vice versa, right.
One of the two.
Wow, I didn't even know Matt Ryan was still available. I would have taken him over to
way low.
That's a great
dude.
pick,
I know. But I saw his name and I was like, "Oh, I'm good with him."
I had him queued up for my third quarterback. What the heck?
All right, who do we have left here for defense?
So, I was just about to say who you're looking at.
Looking at the same thing.
So I want to go I think I'll probably go defense. Defense or kicker, I guess. What do I want? I guess if I'm going York, though, nobody really knows about him, so I don't know if I'll wait that long. But I think defense is probably the safer pick to try and get, because honestly, defenses can make or break you. If you're negative points with your defense, then you're shooting yourself in your foot. So it helps to try and get a team that doesn't necessarily have to do that. There's a handful of really good ones that I like. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals for their defense.
Very nice. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, taking a little risk, but I think they have high upside.
I think they have a lot of high upside. Khalil Mack across from Bosa, I think, is just going to be a huge 1-2 combo.
Yeah, it'll hopefully make everybody else look better on defense.
Yeah, as long as Mack can stay healthy, that's going to be the biggest thing for them. Otherwise, it was all in vain,
Yeah, I was close to taking the Dolphins again, but I think they have a harder schedule this year.
I think they do. I have to look at the list to see like strength of
Mhm.
schedule percentage because I don't really remember.
Zach, who you taking?
So I am looking at wide receivers,
Got
and
6 seconds.
I know, I'm liking Michael Gallup. Always liked
Oh
Michael
yeah,
Gallup, so I'm gonna take a chance on him.
nice. What a legend.
Now I'm looking at maybe a nice little handcuff that I like to sometimes have. I'm looking at two of them, honestly. Running back handcuffs, just
Madison.
guys that can live on my bench.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Alexander Madison or Khalil Herbert. I like both of these guys for this year,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm thinking I'm going to go Madison just because I have a bunch of guys already on this team with a week 14 bye. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna take Madison over Herbert just because if Dalvin Cook misses a couple weeks, Madison's always a good start in that situation. So
For sure.
and then Herbert went okay. So
Well, gosh dang it.
now I might look at either a kicker, maybe a third quarterback, or another tight end. I don't really know. Options are open to me.
How do you guys feel about McCole Hardman this year? Kansas City wide
Oh,
receiver. Could he take
Kansas
over
City.
as
I'm
top?
It's
feeling more.
possible. He already knows how to play with Mahomes. Mahomes knows him. He's one of the only top receivers that's actually stayed on the Chiefs there. So,
I'm honestly feeling a little McCole Softman this year about
oh
him.
my
Okay.
God,
Yep. I'm taking Christian
dad
Watson,
joke.
the rookie on Green Bay. I think oh my god.
Oh my God. All right. I'm looking at a kicker here. Man, I can't believe Young Hoku is ranked that low. Man. I think what I'm gonna do is I know that I already have one Tampa Bay with him, but I'm gonna go with Ryan Suckup. He was good last year, and I think with me saying that Brady's gonna be better, he's gonna get more opportunities, more kicks. And
I
then as
like it.
far as everything else, I have no idea who's left. Let's even see here, because I'm up again soon.
Well, you got to take your backup kicker, so might as well get him done too.
My backup kicker.
I'm hoping Jake Elliott lasts me because I think Philadelphia is going to be a good field goal kicker team this year. With how I'm basing that solely off how the Eagles have been moving the ball pretty well with Hurts in the preseason, so I'm totally buying into preseason. So that could haunt me. Sometimes that's fool's gold, but I'm it's looking like Jake Elliott's could be a top 10 field goal kicker this year if that is really how they look.
I know we just talked about him, but I then with my next pick took McCole Hardman
Oh, yep, there he
for
is.
Kansas City. So
There he is. That's a good pick. He could be the number one just because, like you said, he already has the rapport with
for sure.
Mahomes. So we'll see if he can take that and run with it. He could
I
be
don't
this
know.
year's Gabe Davis, or
True.
maybe I don't know.
Dude, I taking my kicker, Robbie Gold. High upside.
Hey,
San Fran hasn't been scoring much the past couple years because of their QB situation, but I think it's gonna upgrade this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll improve. I really do. I think Trey Lance is gonna be better this year.
So I'm gonna be able to get my boy Jake Elliott, just get him, kicker out of the way.
His
And then
boy.
And then I'm
He's got
hoping
the
my other
boy.
boy, my sleeper pick, and he did. He lasted. I'm going to get my backup tight end. Pretty high on Tanyan for this year, so I'm going to go Tanyan as my backup tight end. I'm liking the look of this team. I wonder if I can transfer this over to one of our leagues.
Oh yeah.
Nick Chubb and Austin Eckler.
Huh.
That could be pretty good.
Could be.
Too bad we'll never know because this team will not make it to the start of the regular season. R.I.P.
Okay, since we're in a 14-team league, this is just not looking amazing, but I think I have Ah, man, never mind.
AJ Green is on the board.
This is a tough one, but I'm going to take the backup Carolina running back,
All right, that's a good pick.
Foreman, based on the scare of McCaffrey injuring himself again.
You mean the week 3 starter for Carolina?
Yeah,
Foreman.
yeah, but maybe. We'll see. They're juicing McCaffrey up this year. We'll see.
I'm going to take a backup tight end. I'm going to go with Gerald Everett, who's
Nice.
now with the Los Angeles Chargers, again, it's another high-powered offense. So I'm going to really hope that maybe he, just in case that he might be a good backup when needed for a bye week / injury. Because I already have Cole Kmet, and then
Sure.
I'm going to be on again here soon. And I just hate the way that the running back board looks, because that was going to be my next thing that I was maybe going to want to look at, but I really don't see anybody that I like at all.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, can you pronounce the Denver Broncos tight end name for me? Top of the tight end list.
Oh yes, that's Albert Agabuka. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
No, it's Albert Aquagbunum. Aquabunum.
Even though I guess I'm going to go a little bit against kind of what I've been saying, I really don't necessarily believe a whole bunch in Tua, but he did look good the last game. I'm going to go with Cedric Wilson Jr. as another backup wide receiver in this full PPR league, which receivers are really, really useful to have. So,
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
So for my last pick,
Well, I'm up.
oh yeah, you're
Jeez.
up first.
Yeah, I am going to take Albert Aquagbunum because seems like he's going to be the starter for the Denver Broncos in a high-octane offense.
Very nice.
Back up tight end, see if he could do anything.
Perfect.
And my last pick, I'm going to try and get Dontrell Hilliard because I feel like he's a nice handcuff if Henry gets hurt.
Nice.
But that might be just I don't know, at this point. So I'm going to go Hilliard. My last pick is in.
Nice.
Cool. That was just very
All right.
cool.
Can you show your team on the screen and review it? Read it off?
I can. So my team is I got Austin Eckler, running back, Mike Evans, wide receiver, Nick Chubb, running back, Michael Thomas, wide receiver, George Kittle, tight end, Damian Harris, flex, Joe Burrow, quarterback, Sky Moore on the bench, Raheem Mostert on the bench, Tua Tagovailoa on the bench, Colts defense, Michael Gallup on the bench, Alexander Madison, Jake Elliott, kicker, Robert Tonyan on the bench, tight end, and Dontrell Hilliard, backup running back on the bench. So
Very nice.
pretty
Can
cool.
you show mine? I'll read it.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side.
Okay. Got your
All
team
right.
up, Jake?
Yeah. Jalen Hurts at QB. Dalvin Cook at running back. Aaron Jones at running back. Cortland Sutton wide receiver. Allen Robinson wide receiver 2. Noah Fant tight end. Ezekiel Elliott flex. Chargers defense. Robbie Gould kicker. And then I have Alan Lazard as wide receiver. Brandon Ayuk wide receiver. Bench. Melvin Gordon running back. Justin Fields backup QB. And then I didn't get a chance to talk about him because we had so many picks back to back, but Christian Watson is the Green Bay rookie, and I took a flyer on him in the late rounds, and I think that's important to talk about because if Lazard is faltering, I think this could possibly become the guy for Rodgers, He's going to be looking for whoever's catching. And then I got Deontay Foreman as a handcuff running back if McCaffrey comes down. And then Albert Aquagbunum is the Denver Broncos tight end.
That's nice. Very nice. And then I'll pull up Kyle's team here. And Kyle, why don't you tell us your picks?
All right. So QB, I have Tom Brady. Followed with running backs, I have ETN and then Dobbins. For wide receiver, I have Deebo Samuel and then CeeDee Lamb.
Very nice.
Tight end, I went with Cole Kmet. With my flex, as of right now, I just have in there Devontae Smith. Bengals defense, and then Ryan Suckup as my kicker. On my bench, I then have Chris Olave. I have J.D. McKissick as my one and only benched running back, which I think is definitely the downfall of my draft that I have. I just did not get a good look at anyone. By the time it got back around to me to where I wanted to take another running back, there was not a lot of names there that I really wanted to waste a pick on. I feel like a lot of the names that were there were names that I could just pick up on the waiver wire or just as a free agent. Wasn't necessarily worth using a pick for. Then I have Tyler Boyd. I did take Matt Ryan as my backup QB. I have McCole Hardman as another wide receiver. Garrett Everett for my backup tight end, and then I also went with Wilson Jr. Even though I'm not still super high on Tua, I still think that it's still going to be a high-powered offense. They're going to try and throw it a lot. So I think Wilson Jr. having another guy from there isn't necessarily a bad one to have, especially if Tua ends up doing better than I think that he's going to. So
yeah, I think that was a good last pick, and I think all of us drafted pretty well. These are pretty good teams.
Yeah, my downfall was probably tight end. I didn't get after any of the guys we talked about in our previous podcast, so looks like people are taking them early enough to where you have to focus it take it seriously past round 6.
Yeah. So how do you leave?
I think
the
especially
draft?
full PPR, because it's obviously like half PPR is like scoring league is a lot different, but like full PPR is intense, especially for these quarterbacks that are really going to check down to their tight ends a lot.
Yeah, and then I definitely experienced that last year in my buy-in league where I didn't focus tight end like normal, like I was kind of acting like I was in the family league, and ended up having like a bust. So it really hurts because tight end can almost be like another wide out that's getting you great points. Yeah, that's our first draft, everybody. Expert 14 team head-to-head points, PPR mock.
Yeah.
And look out for our next one.
Hell yeah. All right, and that will do it, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And just remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and, leave a comment on how you think we did and, what players you think we missed out on talking about or whatever, and players you want to hear us talk about in the future. And also, while you're doing that, go over and follow us on our social media. We have Facebook, facebook.com/Garden of Sports podcast. We have Instagram, instagram.com/Garden of Sports. And we have Twitter, twitter.com/GOSpod 2021. Go over there, give us a follow. You definitely won't regret it. Thank you so much, everybody.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.